Okay, what we're going to be talking about in the next few minutes is we're going to be talking about federal employment. Now, we cover federal employment to help you, for those of you who are new to the federal government. Under the career conditional appointments, we have something called competitive service. You have permanent, time limited, and term appointment. For competitive service, permanent, there are positions in the executive branch that are placed in the competitive service unless accepted by statute, executive order, or OPM action. Appointments are made through an open competitive selection process, and positions may be permanent or time limited in nature. Also under competitive service, we have things called time limited, and these are temporary appointments, usually not to exceed 1 year. The work must be permanent in nature when it comes to these particular positions, and the temporary employees may work full-time or part-time. Work schedules that earn annual and sick leave. Employees on temporary appointments of 1 year or less are not entitled to retirement benefits, health insurance, or life insurance. Again, if it's less than 1 year. Now, these are also other term appointments. They're made for periods of more than 1 year, but not to exceed 4 years. Term employees may work full-time or part-time. They're appropriate, for example, like where there's a project of work or some extraordinary workloads or agency reorganization. Term employees are also eligible for retirement benefits. Okay, career conditional. The employment status of a permanent employee has completed 3 years of substantially continuous credible service. Career conditional appointment, the employment status of a permanent employee was not completed 3 years of substantially continuous credible service. When you come into the federal government, you are considered career conditional appointed. After 3 years, you get converted to a career. A career conditional employee becomes a career employee and gains career tenure. Okay, let's talk about the probationary period. The probationary period in the federal government is 1 year. You do one probationary period for your career within the federal government. There are exceptions. You've never been a supervisor. You move into a supervisory position. You have a 1 year supervisory probation. Okay? Accepted service positions, they don't have to compete. And these are Schedule A's. They're set aside for different jobs, etc. Attorneys, chaplains, law clerks, medical doctors, dentists, interpreters, expert consultants, they can be bought in under Schedule A. Also, this just goes a little bit more into detail about the Schedule A appointing authorities. 30-day critical need appointments can bring somebody on very, very quickly. An agency may determine what qualifications are required. An agency does not have to consider career transition programs or reemployment priority lists. Disabled veterans can be brought in under Schedule A as well. Schedule B, they apply to job situations which is impractical for applicants using competitive procedures. Things like student temporary employment programs, the student career experience program. Only students qualify for students programs. It's not practical to use competitive procedures for them. And this is another one, the Schedule C appointing authorities, which is, this is normally on a case-by-case basis. Most of our executives are brought in under Schedule C. To the general pay schedule. The waiting period, okay, again, it's based on satisfactory performance with your Performance Management Appraisal Program, PMAP. You will hear that term, okay, it's your evaluation. From step 1 to 2, 2 to 3, and 3 to 4 requires 1 year. Okay, it's a 1 year waiting period. Steps 5, 6, and 7 requires 2 years, and then 8, 9, and 10 requires 3 years. And you'll hear that term right there, WIGI, wage grade increases. The payroll section, we're going to be looking at time and attendance, holiday and leave, and pay and compensation. Here at HHS, we use something called ITAS. Leave must be requested in advance. You request the correct type of leave according to the policies and regulations. Here within NCR, we have a timekeeper, and that person is the person that's able to go into the system and do most things. Submit exceptions to timekeeper prior to the end of the pay period. So it's by exception. So you have to go in and put in leave, vacation and or sick leave. And you have to verify. All right, now what does verification means? You have to go into the system and you have to say, yes, I verify that this time card is correct for this pay period. You will do that every pay period. So I have all my employees verify their time card before I sign off on it. Okay, we just talked about some work schedules, full-time, part-time, or intermittent. Schedules are available. Here's some of the work schedules that you can be on a flexi tour, regular 8 hours a day, of course, but then you got some flexible work schedules, flexi tour and max flex schedules, maybe less than 8 hours per day. We have somebody in the NCR, National Capital HR Center, that's on 410s. They get every Friday off. 549, I'm on 549. I put in 9 hours a day. If the holiday falls on a day off in lieu of the holiday, will automatically be posted to the time card. Again, it's already posted to the time card. And intermittent employees do not have regularly scheduled tours of duty. Annual leave, 4 hours, 3 years or less, 6 hours, 3 to 15, and 8 hours more than 15. For part-time employees, there is part-time accrual. Advanced leave can be requested. There's a maximum carryover of 240 hours per year. Veterans, okay? So it's vitally important that if you have a DD-214, that you get that into the system so you can get the correct, it's called a service computation date. Okay, sick leave, 4 hours, part-time accrual. Advance requires prior approval, and there is no limit or carryover on sick leave. Employees with appointments of less than 90 days may not earn or use annual leave. Intermittent employees do not qualify for annual and sick leave. Loss of accrual, we talked about that. 4 hours of sick leave and accrual of 4, 6, or 8 hours of annual leave, or for any pay period in which they accumulate 80 hours or multiples of 80 hours in a non-pay status. Again, official leave balances, any other hours, it's all updated when OHR receives and enforces SF 1150 or other official transfer of leave document. This is family-friendly leave. An employee is entitled to use a total of 12 weeks of sick leave each year to care for a family member. You also have FMLA, and we also have the voluntary leave transfer program where an employee is out of leave and they go into the program and they basically ask for leave, and people donate leave to them, okay, for medical reasons. And then we have religious compensatory time, and then compensatory leave for travel. Credit hours are hours that employees elects to work with supervisory approval and access the employee's basic work requirement under a flexible work schedule. Credit hours have to be pre-approved. Employees are not paid basic pay or overtime pay for credit hours when they earn them. An employee may use credit hours during a subsequent day or week or pay period with supervisor approval to allow the employee to be absent for an equal number of hours that the employee worked. Who can use credit hours, how credit hours can be used. Comp time, you'll hear that. Time off and pay when pay in lieu of overtime for irregular or occasional work time. Permitted under agency flexible work schedule programs. It has to be pre-approved. Exempt employees must accrue comp time by the end of the 26th pay period after the pay period during which it was earned. You know about overtime pay, okay? That is in existence in the federal government. Okay, this is just your compensatory time and biweekly pay maximum. GS employees may receive certain types of premium pay here for only to the extent that the sum of basic pay and premium pay for the pay period does not exceed the greater of the biweekly rate. So for GS 15 Step 10, including any applicable special salary rate or locality rate of pay or level 5 of the executive SES. You can only carry over 240 hours. This is your access management system. Then that will take you to a screen here, everything that you're supposed to have access to. This is My Pay, okay, where you can get your leave and earnings statement and do a whole bunch of other things as well. That's what iTask looks like. Here is the hours, AM, PM, the number of hours you put in for leave. The Department of the Treasury put out a notice that they will do, come March of 2013, they will no longer do paper checks. Paper checks will be a thing of the past. If anybody requests a paper check, they will issue you a debit card, and your money will go on a debit card. No more checks after 2013, okay, in the federal government. This is my pay. Once you get in, stop allotments, start them, change your TSPs, your thrift saving plans. You can access your leave and earning statements. You can print them off. You can do anything. When you initially go into the system, password and log on, they're going to mail it to you. They're not going to send it to you electronically. So make sure that your address is correct. Okay, thank you very much.